People rarely reveal who they are under pressure. They reveal what they think survival is worth. That's the emotional engine underneath this video. The title asks how much someone would risk for $500,000. But the real question is whether spectacular rewards make extreme decisions look more rational than they actually are. My issue is that the video feels much more confident about that answer than the evidence ever becomes. Look at the opening sequence with fire surrounding the challenge. Before anyone explains rules or stakes, danger becomes the language of the episode. That matters because it quietly frames risk as entertainment before it is treated as a decision with consequences. The strongest part of the video's argument is that incentives expose genuine human trade-offs. As the contestants confront increasingly uncomfortable choices, you do see hesitation, negotiation, and second thoughts. Those reactions are real evidence that money changes behavior. But notice the leap the video encourages. It treats those choices as evidence of personal bravery when they are equally evidence of financial pressure. Sure, pause. This is where the evidence gets interesting. Public competition changes incentives beyond the cash prize. Cameras, competitors, and an audience all reward persistence. So every risky choice is carrying social pressure alongside financial pressure. The experiment never really separates those forces. As the challenges escalate, the production keeps asking a familiar question: where is your limit? But that's different from asking whether the limit is reasonable. The video is excellent at documenting reactions. It is much weaker at examining why those reactions should be interpreted as admirable instead of simply predictable. The conversations between contestants are actually the most convincing evidence in the entire episode. When people debate whether a reward is worth the discomfort, they're exposing uncertainty rather than performing certainty. Ironically, those quieter moments carry more truth than the explosions and spectacle surrounding them. The production scale is undeniably impressive, but it also creates a subtle illusion. Bigger sets, louder effects, and larger prize pools can make a premise feel more conclusive than it is. Spectacle increases emotional confidence. It doesn't automatically increase explanatory power. What's missing is context about who benefits from saying yes. $500,000 means radically different things depending on someone's financial situation. Without that context, the video naturally nudges viewers toward judging personalities instead of circumstances. That's a morally strange shift because it turns inequality into suspense. By the end, the video succeeds as a portrait of incentive design more than a portrait of human nature. The strongest part of the argument is showing that people negotiate with fear. Its biggest vulnerability is implying those negotiations reveal timeless truths about character. They mostly reveal how adaptable people become when extraordinary rewards are placed in front of them. So my verdict is that the conclusion is only partly supported. The episode convincingly demonstrates that enormous incentives reshape decision-making. It does not convincingly prove that the resulting choices measure courage in any clean or universal sense. If anything, it unintentionally argues that the audience is being trained to enjoy discomfort because money makes that discomfort feel justified. If you enjoy reviews that look past the explosions and into the emotional machinery underneath them, stick around. The next video might be selling a completely different story, but the psychology hiding inside it could look surprisingly familiar.